Hi there folks, thanks for joining me and welcome back to the channel. Well, we're in for another one of our treats from Matchbox again, classic Matchbox kit from the 70s, and today it's the PK-77 Wespe. So it's a self-propelled gun basically, widely used by the Germans in World War II. You see it on the Western Front and also clearly in the African campaign, as you can see here in the artwork, and very, very common sight indeed. It says here, Wespe mobile guns of the Afrika Korps move up during the last desperate counter-attack at Wadi Zemzem in Libya, June the 8th, 1943. And this is of course a battle they lost against the British. But anyway, have a look on this one. We've got PK-77 this time, and this is quite a nice one that many people will have recalled, I'm sure, from years gone by. You can see it's quite a mean looking weapon, this Wespe. Just basically a gun on a Panzer, it's a Panzer III chassis basically. On the other side of the box art we have got Sherman, adverts for the Sherman and the Comet and the Puma and the Panzer III. So exactly what you would expect. And then on the back, and this is one of these where we've got an original and somebody's very kindly put it in a bag to protect it inside, but it's a 1974, so it's his second generation, second year of production from Lesney Matchbox, and it comes with really quite a nice diorama where you've got a guy with a spanner working, not sure how obvious this is, guy with a spanner is working on the vehicle wheels, and you've got the officer looking out into the distance, and there's a palm tree at the side, so you've got quite a lot of things going on in the scene actually, which is nice. So let's have a look. If I can get in. Here we go. Now, bear in mind there's a back, which might be easier than anything. We've got a slightly in danger of having that window come off actually. It's not in good shape. So let's see what sort of a deal we get with the Wespe. Okay. So, usual sort of layout. We've got some decals, and they're looking, it's the usual story, they're looking in great shape, more so than the actual tissue that covers them, I've got to say. I won't peel it all off, but it looks absolutely fine. Very little to go on though in terms of the content. It's just a couple of little Afrika Korps symbols with the Nazi symbol and the palm tree, a couple of German crosses, and then just some squadron markings, and that's it really. Let's have a look at the instructions, and again a genuine original purple range instructions, so a purple leaflet. It says the Wespe was first introduced in 1942, so it's pretty just hot off the press when they went into the North African campaign with the vehicle. Served with batteries of armoured regiments of the Panzer Division. 680 of these important self-propelled guns were produced until the factory in Poland was overrun in 1944. Oh dear. Production then ceased. The Wespe, a 10.5 105mm light field gun, was equipped with a muzzle brake and a highly effective weapon. Wow. Okay. Here on the back we've got the decal call out showing you exactly how they go on. Not going to take too long though because there's not many of them. Then on the inside we've got the colour call outs for the Humbrol enamel range as usual, and the alternative colour call out, but it only seems to suggest Afrika Korps desert yellow for this. Doesn't seem to make any other suggestion, although I noticed on the side there was an alternative, which is odd. Yeah, that seems to be a different scheme, doesn't it? Anyway, we shall press on. There's also your small parts guide here, painting guide, so it's like the wheels, having the rub around like a tyre, the gun, the cupola area, and I'm not sure what that is actually, that other item. It names departments, I'm not quite sure what they are. I think it's the part of the driver's area and the area around the gun inside. we shall see. Let's have a look. So, into the main instructions, you've got, it's like a semi-bathtub style, so it doesn't need a front or back on it, but you just have to glue the sides on, put the wheels on, get your rubber band tracks ready, then you are introducing the driving area at the front. Well, actually, sorry, I'll rephrase that. This is like the commander's area, which is at the back actually. The driver sits at the front, he's sort of down out of sight. Then you're assembling your gun, which looks quite impressive. It's got a full mounting point there, it pivots up and down. Then you've got your armour plating going in front of it, and then some grills and radiator grates at the side. There's a piece underneath which is basically to act as like a turret mounting. It acts like a turret, I think. And then we've got your palm trees go together. That looks quite intricate, doesn't it? Actually, yeah, that's quite nice. Several parts to that, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, and then finally you sort of bring the top hull and the main chassis that you've already built together, and you put your armour plating in around the side and the rear, with your jerry cans on the side, spare wheels, lights, etc., all going on there, and that's kind of it really. So let's have a look what the parts are like, because it looks quite nice, doesn't it? Now, I've not made this one before, so the one I've not got around to. I like the palm trees, these look absolutely amazing, look at this. So, they've got a real sort of fern-like, lifelike appearance, which is cool. Those are nice. Excellent. Then we've got the commander officer character, who seems to be looking off into the distance there, trying to see if you can spot the enemy. We've got the mechanic guy at the bottom with his wrench spanner working on the wheels, and then we have got the wheels themselves, and there's also machine gun here, and then of course we've got the base for the diorama, which is as ever very, very nicely done. That's really cool. So you've got like a bit of a cracked desert here, with the track marks impression in there, which is really well done. I like the cracked effect, that's really excellent. And this is where your palm tree goes in the corner. Very good, excellent, like that. Then we've got the main sort of vehicle parts, bodywork. We've got the floor here, and your I was going to say turret. It's not a turret, is it? It's the slit through which the gun protrudes, armour plating. Then here we've got the main top to the hull with all the detail on it, and again you notice it's got, like the other tanks the Germans had at the time, it has this sort of hatching on it, like footways, grids for high grip, for them to actually walk up and down and climb up onto the tank. Here we've got the suspension of the side plates for the side of the tub for the actual axles and suspension, etc., etc., for the wheels to go into. Here we've got your palm tree trunk here, this bit, which is why it's bent, which is very cool. And then we've got the side armour protecting the sides of the actual gun. And then there's various vents, and there's grills and grates, and you've got the seating area here where they actually control the gun from. And here's the mounting for the gun here, both sides of it. Quite impressive and nicely moulded, you know, it's the usual thing, isn't it? You can't go far wrong. The only downside is these, yeah, the rather nasty rubber band tracks. But again, they do the job, and on a kit that's priced at 45p, as it would have been at the time. To focus, thank you. You know, a kit priced at about 45 pence, that's, you're not going to get length and link tracks, nor are you going to get working tracks. It's not realistic, I think, at that level of price. But there we go. I would say that was an absolute little corker. Definitely would quite like to build it. Looks like it's got a whole lot of character, and the diorama really is a good one, I think, on this. A little bit of Germans on holiday, if you know what I mean. I love it. I think that's a great looking kit. I think I've only got one of these. I may have another one, but it's a shame because I quite like to build that. Maybe I should get a Revel, one of the Revel later editions, which is just all in one colour of plastic, and build it from that, because that would be quite good fun. It wouldn't cost much money, and it's not a collector's item, whereas this one obviously has been an original from '74. Makes you a bit reluctant, obviously. Anyway, hope you found that was interesting. I give it a thumbs up. I say, based on what I've seen, it's a sort of 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. No problem at all. You know, if they just made the tracks a bit more realistic, perhaps you'd give it more, but it makes up for it with its sort of palm tree. I think is really cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, a like, and share and subscribe if you haven't joined us already. But don't forget to ding the notification bell, because if you do that, you'll get an alert for the next video when it uploads and it's ready to be viewed on YouTube, and you won't miss out then. So that's it for now. Thanks for your company. Really enjoyed having you along. Hope you found it interesting, and I'll try and get you some more videos in a similar nature coming up soon. In the meantime, thanks a lot. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.